I'm going to talk you through a basic roller pattern set for one of our regular Santa wigs. This is a custom wig. It's cleaned, dried, and on a block. It's blocked down correctly. You can see the hairline. If you don't know how to block a wig down, refer to our blocking video for more detail about that part of the process. But I'm going to start with this wig. I have it on the head. I know what I'm going to do with it already. I have my supplies laid out where I can reach all of them easily. That's pretty important. You don't want to be fumbling around for things when you're trying to work. I know what the style is going to be. It's all going to be going straight back in soft wave with some curl at the ends. And I'm going to put rollers in it to start the process of shaping that and making it work for the style. So, to begin, I've gone through, I've made sure my whole wig is smooth, it's free from tangles, it's free from any dirt, debris, or any other issues. There's no extra product in it right now. It is clean and dry and ready to go. I like to start at the front top section of a wig when I'm putting rollers in it. And I'm going to start there today. I'm going to mist the front section with just plain water. I like to use a plant sprayer bottle because it lets you do a nice even mist. You don't get areas that are too saturated or areas that are too dry. I'm just using my bristle brush to comb that hair back now that I have put some moisture in it. And now I'm going to give it a little spritz with our styling spray. Our styling spray is an even mixture of water, gel, just regular old hair gel you buy at the store, and a little bit of rubbing alcohol to help thin the gel and make it spray easily. You can tweak those proportions to suit your needs, but generally speaking, you know, a mix of the three is going to get you a nice even spray. It's going to spray nicely, it's going to saturate the piece, it's going to take the set really well, but it's not going to get crunchy or weird or crisp up your wig or be hard to comb out. So I also keep that in the spray bottle. I'm going to just give a little spritz to that very same area. There's no need to saturate the whole wig when you get started. In fact, it's actually kind of counterproductive in some ways. You get the whole wig saturated at the beginning. By the time you get to the end, it's going to be dried out. So I'm going to start front and center with the first roller, which is arguably the most important one of the entire piece, because if it's wrong or off, the whole piece is going to look funny. I'm taking a chunk of hair that is no wider than my curler. So I'm just going to do a quick check. I've got a curler. I'm going to check that. Yes, that's going to work. I'm taking a section that is about, I would say that's 1/4 of an inch of hair back from the first knots. I don't want more than that, or else my roots won't set nicely, it won't dry quickly, and it won't be the right shape and style. Where and what kind of rollers you use and what you place is going to depend on the style you're doing. For our common Santa style, I like to use this size roller, which is I think a 7/8, and it gives a little bit of lift at the root, but it doesn't get too poofy, and it shapes out a nice soft wave. I'm going to put my first roller in. I'm going to start at the tip, roll my way up to the root, keeping the hair pretty taut as I go. If I let it start to get loose and it gets messy like that, I'm not going to have a very nice set when I'm done. So a nice taut roll. I'm using a yellow tipped quilter's pin to hold the roller in place. For the back portion, I often use T-pins. For the front section, I like to use a quilter's pin because it's long and it's sturdy, but it's a finer point and the structure up here is a little bit finer. Alright, I have my first roller placed. He's in, he's nice, the hair is all on it neatly. I don't have too much or too little hair on it. I'm going to go and I'm going to do the run immediately behind it. Why? Because that's just the direction I'm used to going in. You could also do all of the front section. That's a personal preference issue. I just find it easiest to set these first two and work from there. I'm going to take another section of hair about the same size, pull it up, smooth it out, another roller, same size. I'm going to try to get this roller right behind the other one because I want a nice smooth wave that goes in a continuous line, and if my rollers line up, that's much more possible. Alright, I've got 2 rollers there. Got my hairs on them. You can see them from the front and the side there. Now I'm going to do my temple. And I'm going to do both temples the same way. I'm going to come over, I'm tilting my clamp just a little bit to make it easier for me to work. I'm going to go ahead and give another spritz of water, make sure I've got all that in there. Now it's important when you're spritzing a wig before you roll it to understand that you don't need the hair to be dripping wet, and in fact I find it a lot easier to roll a wig when the hair is damp. There's really no added benefit to starting from saturated hair except that the hair is that much harder to work with because it's heavier, it's slipperier, it's going to take longer to dry. If I'm washing a wig and resetting it, I usually wash it, let it dry partially, and then put it in rollers because it just makes the process easier. If you prefer to do it with a completely saturated wig, you certainly can. It won't hurt anything. That's just how I like to do it. To me, it makes it a lot easier to work. A little more styling spray over here to make sure I got this section. You can see I'm barely doing any styling spray because I don't want an excessive amount of product in the piece. I want just enough to help set the style in. I'm going to take my pointy end of my brush and I'm going to section off this section here. Now, again, why we put rollers where we put them is entirely dependent on the style we're trying to do. And it's something that I can talk about on here, and I can show you what I'm doing for this specific Santa set, but I can't tell you what's going to work for every single style everywhere. Some of it's just going to require trial and error and a little bit of experimenting. I'm going to take pictures of all the rollers where I've put them when this is over, so there's a nice solid photo gallery of the roller placement as well. I would suggest starting here if you just need to put a basic wave and curl into a set, and tweak the roller size, shape, and placement to get what you're looking for. So this section, I'm taking on a bit of an angle. Why? Because it would be really difficult to fit a curler here because of the way the temple is shaped, and it also wouldn't make a very attractive line. It would make a strange bump and puff there. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm kind of putting it at an angle so it lines up with my next roller. That's just going to make the shape around the face look really nice. It's going to frame out well. So I've got a nice shape there. It's taut at the root, but not too tight. I don't need to pull it so hard I distort the lace. Just a nice, firm roller set. I'm going to come down here. Now I know I want the hair from the temples to just fall away nicely. I don't want it to